Very much, Joe. Fantastic first game here coming in from Gambit and Counter-Logic Gaming, like yesterday, not showing up in the first game of the day. And, well, it basically all started from that double kill. And let's actually get the replay up on the screen right now because it started everything in this game with the Sejuani just getting that double kill at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, it looked like this lane was actually going pretty well. I mean, Castanet was getting the advantage. He had the wave pushed up. He had a chance to go back to buy here, but you can actually run the clip. Yeah, and before Sejuani had ganked, he blew Link's flash. He knows it's down, and Thinkard's going to be here to counter gank. He gets really greedy to get this last hit on the LeBlanc, and he just pays the price for it. He just ends up taking a bunch of tower shots. He's going to get slowed by Diamond right here. And that's really bad that happened, but on top of that, he's just going to collect a double kill here, and this is what really gets Diamond procs rolling. It allows him to get those Mobies, the early jungle item, and he just starts putting pressure all over the map because of this. And also, it let LeBlanc get out of the lane where she was being pressured heavily.
Yeah, so unlucky though as well. I think Link's E missed her right as LeBlanc dashed in, and then so close on finishing Diamond procs off. But this basically started a snowball, which freed up a lot of the lanes to start roaming down bottom, especially we had a lot of bot lane parties there. The first roam actually was successful for CLG. Link roamed down and managed to clean up, but then at that point LeBlanc pushed in that mid tower. Once that mid tower fell, everybody was freed up. Diamond procs wasn't even buying any wards. That's what struck me. That's the one thing I think Gambit really needs to improve on. They were ahead, but they were not buying any wards. Eddie bought his Targans, upgraded his Relic Shield before even building Sightstone. No pink wards coming out, but this is like the old Gambit, you know, they just keep going in. Doesn't work? Let's go in again. Doesn't work? Okay, now it works. Finally, keep going in and in. And they don't waste money on silly things like wards.
Why would you?
Exactly.
You mentioned it as well. There was a lot of action going down on that bottom lane. And we actually have another replay in Crepo. You wanted to take a look at that one as well?
Yeah, I need to put on my glasses here because I don't know which def it was from Doublelift. If we can roll the clip already. So we see Doublelift under pressure here. And yeah, basically TP consumed. Doublelift thinks he's safe. Aframo even has shield up, but I think CLG is a little flustered here because Pinoy basically just, yep, and he's gone. Basically kills him here. And this was Doublelift's 6th or 7th death already, and it basically embodied this series. Every time he just managed to find a new way of dying here, and I don't think it all was his fault. It's not like blame Doublelift for the show, but they took him down.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Doublelift carry a team that hard this whole career. That was a pretty good carry for Gambit from him. Yeah, he was going for the record there.
Well, shots fired, but let's focus some more on the good things from Gambit coming in here. You said it, they lacked vision control, but they didn't really need it in this one. And that bottom lane, even though, I gotta say, I wasn't that impressed by Edward's Thresh. It was more like the cooperation with Graves definitely worked out, and Pinoy is definitely stepping up for them, and that aggressiveness is paying dividends.
No, I really like what Pinoy does sometimes. He doesn't always execute it 100% correctly, but if we remember that one kill where he just flashed in, ultied Doublelift down and just killed him because he exploited a positional misplay. You know, and you never notice those misplays until somebody actually exploits them. He saw Janna in the river, he just went ham, killed Doublelift again. And I really like that he's not playing with fear. And sure, it might backfire, but it's aggression again in Gambit, and they don't look as lost anymore as they did many times at the end of European LCS. So I'm definitely interested to see how these next few games play out.
I like that he kept on that aggression, even though they kept getting repeated roams on the bot lane. Like Link just kept coming down there over and over again, and he's like, whatever, I don't care. Like if I die on this, I'll just come right back and kill you. So
it basically made the game into a state where neither supports even had the time to deward the river. So whatever wards were there, they stayed up. People kept walking to lane, and one of them would die. And then the next time, the guy would come back with more items, kill the other guy, and then go over and over and over. It was very interesting. I don't think the most strategically in-depth game, but there is a lot of skirmishing, a lot of blood, and really good first game.
Let's also maybe highlight Nick again. I don't want to bash on Link too much because obviously that double kill in the beginning just was really bad for him to get going in that lane. But I like that Nick is going for LeBlanc. He went for a Syndra. He went for a Zed. He's definitely found a new sense of himself, and he dares to choose those aggressive champions in those comps.
I'm going to have to go the other way on that. I think, at least in this whole tournament, I think Nick hasn't really shined out in the laning phase. He's really good out of the laning phase, and he does like a lot of nice stuff in the team fighting and getting picks, but I think his laning phase is pretty weak. I think if he didn't get that double kill, that didn't happen. If Castanet had just went back to buy, got his items, I think it would have been a different story. Yeah, just Thinkard just needs to be a little bit more cautious in his ganks.
Yeah, just a little bit. So yesterday we also saw that CLG lost the first game, then bounced back phenomenally. So what is the game plan here for them?
I mean, they have one analyst and a coach with them. This game is easily analyzed back to that double kill. If that didn't happen, Cassidy died at level 5 again without flash. A little later, Diamondpox and Nick took him down there. If they didn't die at the initial double kill, he probably wouldn't have died there either because he would have more XP. If they just stay passive, Cassidy hit level 6. A lot of the roaming, a lot of the map pressure would have died down. I'm pretty sure Doublelift and Afro would have been able to hold their own on bottom then, and we would have seen a completely different game. So, knowing it's a best of 5 series, knowing you can break down the game to one crucial mistake, it'll be relieving for CLG, I think, and it'll be an entirely new game.
You know what actually surprises me a lot about that game is the Kebushard and matchup against Zion the Spartan, because the Irelia is actually supposed to be favored in that matchup, and he just like took it in stride, and he made really good TP plays. He had really good team fighting, and it looks like Kebushard actually came out ahead in that.
Yeah, definitely. Very impressive from Gambit there. We got to take a short break. I do want to remind you that you can go over to esl.gg/IEM Cologne raffle to win a bunch of gaming gear. So good luck with that, and stay here because we'll be right back with CLG versus Gambit Game 2.